fighting at KSW 84 on July 15th. Joining me today is Darko Stosic. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm feeling great, and like I said to you a couple of minutes ago, a little bit here in the room we are resting, and after that I will go to do a little bit training session.
So I want to talk about the fight upcoming, but I noticed you got married just a month ago. So I'm getting married a year from now.
Yes.
Your photos looked gorgeous. What advice do you have for me getting married next year?
Now I have my GPS, and now my wife can track me everywhere, anytime. So that's the new thing. But like what I can say to you, that's nice. When you have your family and later you get kids. That's the purpose of life, I think.
Oh, absolutely, man. Hey, huge congratulations. And then, so you're going to have kids in the next few years, fighting for a heavyweight title in the next few years, I imagine.
Yeah.
But it all starts on July 15th, upcoming match here. How's training coming along? How's the weight feeling? Everything like that.
I'm a little bit heavier than before. Now I'm 110 kilos. That was my goal, to go up a little bit with kilos, because I'm smaller, and they are all big guys in heavyweight, especially here, especially Phil de Vries. He's a very big guy, and now Stefan Vojcak, he's also, big guy. So everything goes well. I finished my camp like usually. I didn't have any injuries. That is very important, and I feel good. I feel ready and sharp, and I'm trying to be better version every time of myself. In every fight, doesn't matter win or lose. I'm trying to be better every time. So I think I will be also this time. I will be better than the last time, and that's it.
And then the next time, even better after that. You're always,
of course,
man. You're always so. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
You must always do it on yourself if you want to be on some high level. You must work on yourself and on your skills, on your endurance, on your power, on your food, on everything. On your physique, on your mental health, and you must be careful in everything and be sharp.
Well, fighting is a really interesting sport, especially with your philosophy towards it. Would you almost say, based on what you're saying, would you almost say that combat sports, you're fighting yourself and trying to improve as much as you're trying to fight the person across from you? Is that maybe accurate, or am I talking crap?
It's everybody says the same, but that's the truth. You in the first, you're fighting against yourself. So first step to win in the battle against yourself, because in your head, you have a lot of things on your mind. Someday you think I will lose. Someday you think I'm the best. Someday you are motivated. Someday you are not. But when fight day comes, you must be in the focus. You must be sharp. You must be mentally prepared, and you must give your best in that moment. So that moment is the most important. You have a luxury, and before the fight, thinking different, and but on the fight day, you must be 100% good in your head, and of course in your body, and if you want to win.
It's a full-time job. It's a full-time attitude to be a
job,
and it's not easy.
People around me tell me, well, hey, you have one training, two training, that's 2-3 hours, but they don't understand that all my day it's training. The way of my thinking, the food, I eating, what you think all day. It's training. So it's not training only 1 hour or 2 hours on to go in the gym and do I don't know, weightlifting, or you do jiu-jitsu or sparring, or you think all day, and all day it's training.
Man, it's a full-time fighter gig, and it's not easy. But let's say, so July 15th, we're going to make it all worth it. Let's say with a win, how far do you think you are away from a title shot against Phil de Vries again?
Uh, if everything goes well, like I say, if I win this fight, and I think I will win, I will, ask and and say that I want to dance one more time again against Big Phil. He's a great champion and a very good guy. He's very interesting guy, and I really love him. But I want he's my challenge, biggest challenge. When I signed for the KSW, I wanted to fight against him, and I fought, but he in that time he proved that he's king of the heavyweight category in KSW. He defends his belt 8 times, so that's a really big thing, and he's really my big challenge. And if I win this fight, and I will try to win, of course,
Mhm.
I will ask to fight against him again. I hope in the end of the year. So that's it. I think he wants also that fight, because he says some interview that if I win and he wins, that we can fight in the end of the year.
It sounds like you're quite confident that both, obviously you're confident in your win, but you're quite confident that he'll win at the KSW 84
Yeah,
main event, right?
yeah. I'm more confident in his win than mine. He is, I think he's on another level, and his opponent Bajor, I think unfortunately he don't have any chance against him.
It's going to be an exciting one to watch,
Mm,
upcoming KSW
yeah,
84. But I want to ask you,
yeah.
KSW has done some really great things with growing MMA in Poland. What is the MMA growth looking like in Serbia? How is the sport perceived? Is it popular? Is it growing?
In Serbia, like MMA, it's very popular, especially in this moment. But it's not to that level like KSW. When you see KSW, can fool, you can, they have a lot of fans, and they put in the stadium 50,000, 50,000 people, and that is a very big thing. And they have a lot of fans in Serbia. It's also good situation, much better than before. We had a big event 5 or 6 months ago in the Belgrade arena. It was almost full arena. That was big thing for all Serbians and all Balkan in the end. And we have a good platform for the big things, but we are not at this moment on the level like KSW, of course.
But we're growing it. You're the face of Serbian MMA. We're going to keep building it, right?
Of course, I'm trying my best to represent Serbia in the best light.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And it's working out really well. I know you started out in judo when you were younger.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit more of how you got started in combat sports and then switching to, I think, kickboxing
Uh-huh.
for a bit and then eventually MMA.
Yep. I start with judo when I was young, 7 years old, and I was in judo for 13 years, and I was around 10 times national champion, and I had the good results. But I didn't see myself anymore in judo, so I saw on TV MMA in that time, and I thought to myself, "This is I love this. Maybe I can be better than these guys in this sport." So I go in the one club in Serbia and ask, can I train? I start with trainings, and after 6 months of training, I did my first MMA fight, and I won that fight, and everything's from that moment everything's go very good. Then I fought with Yuri Prohaska in my fourth fight, I think. Then I lost that fight. In that moment, that was very big disappointing, in myself. And but you know, you must be ready to lose sometimes. And after that, I keep working and go forward. So I'm here in this moment,
Oh,
uh, you know.
No, absolutely. And like winning championships is a really important part of the sport, but someone that you've trained with, Mirko Cro Cop, he
Yep.
wasn't a champion in every organization. He lost fights along the way, and he's still considered one of the most legendary fighters in both
Yeah,
kickboxing
of
and
course,
MMA.
of course.
Yeah, talk a little bit. Tell me about training with Cro Cop and
Uh,
what he told you.
sorry. You know that. Sorry, some message.
No, no.
Um, you know, Mirko was, you know, my one part of my life, he was with me, and he helped me a lot, of course, and I learned a lot from him. And I saw how he trains, how he thinks, and of course, he helped me a lot in that moment. I was in that moment in UFC, and big thing in my life in of course in that moment. But life goes on. So now it's different. So now I'm older, and I'm smarter, and you know, I have my you know, I have my thing how I train now, and it's a little bit different. But he helped me a lot in that moment.
Oh, this is awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Now, rounding you out as a person, I know that you're very much into other extreme sports. So if you weren't a fighter, would you rather be skiing, motocross, or mountain biking?
Everything. I love. I started skiing, you know, not a long time ago, but I love it, and it's a beautiful sport. And you are all day on the mountain, clear, you know, air and fresh air, and you're active all day. So I love to go to skiing. Also, I love to go in the nature on the mountain to walking, you know, something like that. I love to riding horses, you know, but I don't love to ride bicycles that you know, something like that, because I
Yeah.
think it's very dangerous, especially when you are a professional athlete. You know, if you are, you know, soccer player, basketball player, or MMA fighter, it's very risky and dangerous. So I not prefer that.
Yeah, no, that stuff is terrifying to me as well. But
Yeah,
like, I'm surprised that you would be like, man, MotoGP, that's too scary. But I'll fight in a
yeah.
cage, bro. What?
Yeah, yeah. MotoGP, of course, I love fast, you know, riding, and I love adrenaline, and I love dangerous situation. But sometimes you must be smart, and you must be a guy who thinks, you know, normally.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
absolutely reasonable. Now, upcoming, there are a lot of people who are looking up to you as maybe an inspiration of why they got into MMA in the first place. What advice would you pass on to others who are just starting out in the sport?
If you have, you know, some dream, and if you want to become a MMA fighter, I must say it's not easy, and it is a long way and hard way, and you must test yourself, your character, and in the end, you know, nobody can guarantee you will succeed. But if you succeed, you will feel great, and you will feel, you know, wonderful. So if you want that, go for it.
Awesome stuff. Darko Stosic, you are fighting on KSW 84, upcoming
Yep.
soon on July 15th. Last word goes to you here. Talk us on out of here. Shout out who you need to shout out. Thank who you need to thank. All that good stuff, sir.
Brother, thank you on the first, and I can say, you know, to all fans, to buy pay-per-view, to buy pay-per-view, or come to arena directly, and watch great fights. And I will try to give my best, and I will try to give people what they want, you know, knockouts, and heavy punches, and come to see good show.
Awesome stuff. Best of luck, sir.